The Galveston Independent School District is refusing to follow a new state law regarding the posting of the 10 Commandments. As a result, they're being sued by the Attorney General. This is Monday, November 10th, 2025.
Texas Scorecard presents the day's first news for the Lone Star State. The Texas Minute, with your host, Michael Quinn Sullivan.
Welcome into Monday. Thanks for starting off your week with the Texas Minute. A special happy birthday to the United States Marine Corps, which was formed by an act of the Second Continental Congress on this date in 1775. Let's get into today's news. A lawsuit's been filed by Attorney General Ken Paxton against the Galveston Independent School District. The district is refusing to follow a new state law requiring public schools post the 10 Commandments in each classroom. The Galveston ISD Board voted this fall to resist the state law. In August, a federal district court issued a preliminary injunction blocking the law from taking place in certain named districts on the grounds that the statute likely represents, quote, government-mandated religious expression and unfairly favors Christian denominations. Galveston ISD was not a participant in that lawsuit and therefore, says General Paxton, is not exempt from the law. Texas State University has issued guidelines on value-neutral instruction in order to steer discussions around a course audit that was announced back in October. The objective of TSU's guidelines is to encourage viewpoint diversity. The 16-page document examines how educators can present material without imposing their personal values and allow students to critically engage with content based on evidence and reasoned discourse. It emphasizes the importance of anchoring curriculum goals and objectives to broader educational aims without endorsing ideological worldviews. Educators are encouraged to adopt phraseology that is descriptive, discipline-appropriate, and ideologically neutral. The guide discourages the use of politically loaded phrases and lists as examples, quote, climate justice, decolonizing, queer resistance, and systemic racism. While other institutions have recently adopted policies of institutional neutrality on political issues outside the university's purview, Texas State's guide explicitly requires ideological neutrality in day-to-day classroom instruction. Way to go, Bobcats. In a promising sign for a similar Texas law, the U.S. 11th Circuit Court of Appeals has upheld Florida's 2023 law banning the sale of land to foreign interests. As a result of Friday's ruling, Florida can now begin enforcing its law. The Texas foreign land ban, which was passed this year, is similar to the Florida law. A lawsuit brought by 3 Chinese nationals against Texas is currently pending before the 5th Circuit Court of Appeals. Texas's law prohibits foreign adversaries such as China, Russia, Iran, and North Korea, and entities from those nations from acquiring real estate in Texas. It also includes provisions that allow the Attorney General to investigate violations and initiate divestment actions in court. The Texas Minute will be right back.
But every day I run into something that I'm dealing with the county judge.
Judge Bray recused himself, but as we'll soon see, he couldn't resist reinserting himself into the process.
Signing notices, setting deadlines, accepting candidate applications, rejecting candidate applications. The dispute that ensued thereafter was centered on whether or not Judge Bray had the authority to do those things or should have been doing those things.
Head over to TexasScorecard.com today to watch our latest documentary, Kicking the Circle.
Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick is committing $1 million from his campaign account to help establish a Turning Point USA chapter on every college and high school campus in Texas. The lieutenant governor said the idea came after a call with Turning Point USA executives about their plans to increase the group's presence across the state following the assassination of Charlie Kirk this fall. Patrick and Attorney General Ken Paxton will be speaking at a Turning Point USA event tomorrow at the University of Houston. You can find details on all the stories mentioned today and keep up with the latest news by visiting TexasScorecard.com. This edition of the Texas Minute was based on the original reporting of Sidney Henry, Adam Kahn, Travis Morgan, and Brandon Waltons. Our producer is Nick Shepard. I look forward to seeing you out around the Lone Star State. Now let's go make it a great day.